Issue 225. There's a whole bunch of panels that are wasted on Sonic remembering previous events in time without them even looking faded in color or something to show that they're just memories right off the bat and not reality switching or something. During this, we see Bunny's uncle. I forgot to mention earlier, but I think we're supposed to believe upon his name being Beauregard, which means beautiful look in French, that Bunny is French. But to say Rabot is a French name would be wrong, because there is no such word as that in French at all, or even anything close. The French word for rabbit is lapine. Anyways, after seeing all the foreshadowing to the Death Egg spelled out for us, as I wonder why we never saw any big oil refineries and stuff like that the last time Eggman built the Death Egg, we finally start out the story, where fortunately Sally's able to convince Ixis to call a truce and fly up to the Death Egg to attack it. That's great! He's using his powers for good for once. That's refreshing. I thought he'd just stay there on the ground with the council because he's a villain. Sally says that they have to get out the Freedom Fighter special ship in the tornado, and Sonic and Tails will go with her as she'll be accompanying them despite having no special powers to help them, meaning she'll be just dead weight. Great plan! This couldn't possibly backfire. She tells Antoine to take Bunny, Amy, and Jeffrey, who she should have gone with instead. I guess she doesn't trust Sonic to know what to do up in the Death Egg without her, but that would mean she doesn't trust Tails either. Jeffrey is surprised that they want him to come along, probably since Amy just accused him of siding with Eggman, and Sally explains that she wants him where they can see him, and she is counting on this being dangerous enough to keep him from doing anything stupid. At the airfield, Sally, who's wearing stupid goggles that hide her eyes for some reason, is holding handheld Nicole on the wing of the tornado, along with Sonic. I'd expect Sonic to agree to stand on the wing of a flying biplane, but never Sally. Shouldn't Tails have built another seat in the tornado too by now? Nicole says a comlink, which I assume means communication link, has been established, and Sally asks Antoine about his status. He's piloting the Freedom Fighter Special ready for launch, as Amy glares at Jeffrey sitting on a bench across from him. At the Death Egg's control room, Linda says that Operation Clean Sweep is charging, and Eggman is shocked to learn that Ixis is invading the Death Egg as well as the Freedom Fighters, and has to reassure himself to expect the unexpected. When he's told about the airship, he says to authorize all automated defenses and to stupidly not bother with Sonic, their greatest threat. Well, I guess he'd see Ixis as more of a threat since he's a powerful wizard. To my surprise, Snively and Linda are confused, and Snively questions this. Eggman is strong and savvy enough to say that they'd never hit Sonic with his speed anyway, so they might as well focus on the ones they can shoot down. Ixis is shocked to learn that the Death Egg resists his magic, and Snively says that the Power Ring internal matrix is holding, since with Eggman's army of slaves, he can collect enough rings to do anything. Considering they have ring energy, which grants invincibility, it makes sense that the Death Egg would be immune to Ixis' magic, too. The tornado flies over to the Death Egg, dodging lasers, and as Sonic beats himself up for not guessing that the Death Egg would return when he really shouldn't have so easily, Sally tells Tails to bring them around to the back and aim for anything unusual about 20 degrees down from the top. Tails sees something and shoots a hole in the Death Egg, and when Sally is asked how she knew to do that, she explains that she figured Eggman would patch their entry point at the last second to maintain his charade. Eggman says he was expecting the heroes to make a hull breach, and leaves to oversee the operations. And Linda thinks he's just setting himself up for failure like last time, rather than luring the heroes into a trap. Sally tells Tails that Sonic and her are going ahead, and she tells Tails that the others do everything they can to draw the attention away from them, which is stupid because the attention won't be fully drawn away from them, because they're obviously the main ones attacking the Death Egg from the inside, and Sonic's inside the Death Egg. Ugh. After Sonic jokes about being slapped around in front of Sally and she's barely annoyed for some weird reason, they kiss and jump through the hole in the Death Egg. Sally says that Eggman hid the lower decks from them perfectly, and they also have to consider the hallways they searched before in the Egg Dome as just decoys, so she's not sure where they should go. They get approached by a crab-like robot shooting a laser, and Sally complains that this cuts them off from any backup. When Sonic suggests smashing the robot as he usually does, Sally insists that Eggman's inviting them into a trap, and they'll try to use that to their advantage as a result. Out of compassion, she briefly asks Nicole how she's holding up, considering her city is afraid of her, and she naturally says she'd rather focus on the mission right now. A door slides up, startling Sally, and Sonic complains because he searched this hallway a lot and the elevator was here all along. Eggman taunts him over the intercom, and Sally says that something's coming up the elevator. Eggman sends an even larger Silver Sonic than last time to fight Sonic, with Sally naturally looking terrified since she can't do anything against it. As Sonic runs around enjoying himself, he totally ignores Sally's warning that the robot's just stalling him, and Eggman taunts Sally on how stupid she was to not just kill him in issue 200. Snively tells Eggman that the Operation Clean Sweep will affect all of them while sounding scared, and Eggman says dismissively that it won't feel a thing. It's weird that Snively's opposed to this. He ended up enjoying being put in that situation last time. Eggman taunts that the weapon is ready to fire and Sonic's too distracted. Sally runs ahead alone with Nicole instead of trying to drag Sonic with her, but that's a good thing considering that when she walks in there, Eggman fires a weapon and there's a flash of white light that leaves nothing but her goggles behind. They never kill her off, so obviously he's going to be able to undo this with time travel. And Sonic's so fixated on Sally that he completely ignores Nicole. Did she get vaporized too? Did she get dropped by her and damaged? Also, I wasn't surprised this happened because the goggles panel was spoiled for me in the thumbnail of the video I downloaded of this, so thanks for that. This issue is by Ian Flynn, and as Tails fly Sally and Sonic up to the Death Egg where Sonic looks like an idiot being totally distracted running around a robot that doesn't look like he can make a dent in it, and he totally ignores Sally's warnings that he's wasting his time. Although in the end, it turns out that Sally would have been better off staying put instead of being proactive, because she ends up walking right into a trap after all the time she spent warning people against doing that. I'm assuming she'll be fine, she's too popular to be allowed to be killed off. This is just there for the sake of a money-making cliffhanger. My question is, why couldn't Ixis just go into the Death Egg through the hole in it that Sally went through? And I suppose the only reason Sally went on the mission with Sonic despite having almost nothing to contribute was because she could give out orders. And she is intelligent, to be fair. But Tails could have figured out what to do on his own, he's not stupid, and Sonic was blatantly disobeying her anyways. So she would have been better off being smart and sending the much more competent Bunny with Sonic instead, while she sat there in the airship with Amy and the others who were in there doing nothing. Seriously, it's issue 132 all over again. What's the point of having all these characters sitting around in an airship if they're not going to do anything? Just keep them on the ground where it's safe then. Something tells me there's a lot of mismanagement with Sally's plan.